Good morning, everybody. On the sets of this, thank you for the inviting me as a speaker in this uh, conference. Although I am the now retired regulator, I will be just touching the what is happening Indian regulation in regards to biopharmaceuticals since 1989, because way back in 1989 the Indian regulation uh, new drug rules and the clinical trial rules, with having the Schedule Y as a guidance document. Uh, can I go to the next slides? Yeah, this is the disclaimer only, because these are the opinion expressed by the presenter only, and it is all rights are reserved for this. Next. Yeah, this presentation I will just brief about the what are the new rules, NODC clinical trial rules, and how to get the application forms, fees, document of biopharmaceutical as well as vaccines, and guidance available for the industry for regulation of biopharmaceutical and vaccines and biologicals. And recently, the CDSC has issued the guidelines for introduction of the COVID-19 vaccines in the country. Next. So after the first introduction of new drug rule in 1989, there was amendment in the 2005. The Schedule Y was becomes much rigorous and much more much more clear are the rules, regulation of the new drug and clinical trials. And in 2005, these are the since the other rules like rules from the DBT also introduced for approval of biopharmaceuticals and vaccines. And recently, in March 2019, this new drug and clinical trial rule was introduced as a gazette notification, which is available at the CDSCO website. Next. There are about 13 chapters. Was just giving the name of the chapters here. It will also gives some definition about the new drug, biopharmaceuticals, what is the biosimilars, as well as the uh, uh, IND, investigation new drugs, and also the all vaccines, biopharmaceuticals are introduced as a new drug definitions. Then there are authorities, officers. There are chapters on the ethics committee, clinical trials, as well as the BAB study regulations. And these are the introduction of new ethics committee for biomedical and health research. This is the new chapter. It is regulated by the Department of BHR and ICMR. There are chapters on compensation, regulations, and BAB study centers requirements. Next. Chapters on manufacture of new drugs or IND for clinical trials. Then chapters on import of new drugs for clinical trials, as well as test and analysis. There are chapters for import of manufacture of new drugs for sales and distributions. And there are chapters for amendments of the drug, that is Schedule Y has been removed, and this new drug has been applicable. That new drug and clinical trial is March 2019. There are some chapters on miscellaneous regulations. Next. So, in March 2009, DCGI has issued some salient features about this new rules, Direct Notification 227, and this main objective of this new rule is to promote the clinical research in India and to have the predictable, transparent, and effective regulation for clinical trials with the new drugs, and to make the faster accessibility of new drugs to the Indian patient and in populations, and to prevent the duplication of the studies data generated outside the country. These are some main uh, objectives of this new rules. Next. And these rules also gives the time limit for approval of applications, like disposal of clinical trial application by way of approval or rejection is within the period of 90 days. And as a part of Discovery Research Manufacturing India, the application is to dispose of within the period of 30 days in case no communication is from the DCGI. It seems to have the approval has been, it seems to see that it has been approved. There are some requirements for local clinical trial may be waived if the new drug is approved and marketed in the country specified by the DCGI. Next. Local clinical trial may be waived if the application is imported drug already granted permission is a part of the global clinical trials. Also, the local trials may be waived. There are new introduction of pre-submission meetings and post-submission meetings with the fees. And in case of clinical trial, medical management, it will be given to the patients. And there is a formula to determine the quantum of compensation. These are the something new features added into new rules. Next. Compensation in case of death and permanent disability also introduced. It was decided by the DCGI and its expert committee. That there is also the post-trial access provision, which gives the investigation drug to the trial subject after completion of the trial. And also it is found beneficial, the recommendation of the ethics committee and the investigator. There is expert committees which helps the DCGI, and department also department of application of with the fake documents is also introduced in this new rules. Next. So these are some salient features of the new drug rule 2019. Next. So next. So we now just brief about the vaccines. What are the vaccines and their regulations, current regulations. Next. The main objective of development vaccine is to give adequate data and quality, data on quality, immunogenicity, and efficacy of the product. All vaccines are the heterogeneous class of medical product. The regulatory requirement may vary depending upon the type of vaccine, whether it is inactivated or attenuated, mechanism or antigen based or recombinant DNA based vaccines. So according to the regulatory requirement will be there. Next. In general, all vaccines include the vaccines against the COVID-19 virus infection manufactured or imported in India required to comply with the requirements as per the guidelines and specified in the drug and cosmetic rules and as per the new drug and clinical trial rules 2019. In case of manufacture of recombinant DNA derived vaccines, including biopharmaceutical biosimilars, are required as per the guidelines prescribed by the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Next. Thus, the vaccines mainly broad category like subunit recombinant vaccines. These are the component of the pathogenic organism vaccine, subunit vaccines, including proteins, peptides, and DNA. Attenuated recombinant vaccines, these are the genetically modified pathogenic organism which can be made the non-pathogenic by use of the as a vaccines. And vector recombinant vaccines, these are the genetically modified viral vector vaccines that can be used as a vaccines against certain pathogens. Next. This is a brief about the biosimilars. What are the biosimilars? Biosimilars is a product of biological nature, product referring to the existing registered product in the country, which is a medicinal product. After registration, independent applicant time protection data is expired and original protein. Biosimilar products have been abbreviated non-clinical development program, leveraging the information about the original product, focusing on the demonstration the similarity of the original product. There are different terms for this biosimilar product. For example, in EU, it is called biosimilar products. In US, it is called follow-on protein products. And in Canada, it is called subsequent entry biologicals. Next. There are some regulatory process. Review process of biosimilar application includes the locally developed recombinant DNA products, initially referred to as recombinant referred to the recombinant DNA advisory committee. It is at the DBT, and internal biosafety committee. It is formed by the local manufacturers with the one person from the DBT. Then the review committee of gene manipulation, RCGM. This is also the expert body in the DBT. Review clinical toxicity studies and they recommend the local clinical trials to the DCGI. And foreign applicant also required to make the application to the DCGI and RCGM simultaneously. DCGI then approve the local clinical trials. They are the subject expert committees at the DCGI office who time to time evaluate the clinical trial reports and other clinical requirements and the safety data. Based on the satisfactory safety, efficacy, and quality reports, a subject expert committee recommends the approval of the product to the DCGI. Next. There are some guidelines available for the manufacturer as well as startup industries, regulatory biotech industries. These are some guidelines on biosimilar products issued by the DBT and CDSCO in 2012. There is the storage and hazardous mechanism, genetically engineered organism. under the Environment Protection Acts 1986 and Rule 89, recombinant DNA safety guidelines 1990 issued by the DBT, guidelines for generating preclinical and clinical data of rDNA vaccines diagnostics and biologicals. It was issued by 1999 by the Department of Biotechnology, guidelines and handbook of Institutional Biosafety Committee DBT 1999, and preparation of QMS information of new drug approval, biotechnological products or biological products issued by the CDSU, DCGI office. This is the guidelines issued in 2016, and these guidelines mainly contained, next, mainly contains the principle for development of similar biologicals, data requirement for preclinical studies, data requirement for clinical trial applications, data requirement for market authorization application, post-market data requirements. There is a format application form, then how to archive the data, retention of samples, and references. These are the main content of this guidelines. Next. This is just a brief about the how to make the application for marketing as well as clinical trial with the CDSU. Next. There is a portal called Sugam. Applicant has to register with the Sugam portal and then upload their applications as well as the data with this portal. Next. Application in the clinical trial has to make in form CT04 under the rule 21. This application to grant up permission to conduct the clinical trial with the new drug. And then one has to enclose the data as per the schedule 2 of table 1, which particular of the new drug, name of the drug, dosage, composition, active ingredients, pharmacologic classification, etc. Manufacture raw material, patent status. Next. These are the information has to be enclosed with the applications. Chemical and pharmaceutical, animal pharmacology data, animal toxicology data, human or clinical trial pharmacology if available, exploratory clinical trials and confirmatory clinical trial data. These are the requirements. You have to make the dossier with this document and the regulatory authority. This is the just brief about the protocol. What type of protocol should be there to conduct the clinical trial with biopharmaceuticals as well as new drug. Next. There is a template available at NDCT rule content of the proposed protocol for conducting the clinical trials. However, investigator and sponsor may design specific protocol as the investigational product, that is vaccines, medical device, etc. That is on the basis of case-to-case basis. Background information and scientific rationale must be there. Description of the study agent, summary of preclinical studies, summary of relevant clinical studies, summary of epidemiological data, and lastly the scientific rationale, and also you have to give the potential risk and benefit of the product. Next. These are the templates, what protocol should contain: full title, short title, which type of phase, clinical trial, principal investigator, sample size, study population, inclusion exclusion criteria, study design, which type of study, it is double blind, placebo control or open label, dose finding, parallel or crossover design, etc., etc. Next. study duration, starting date, end end date, study agent or product, physical and chemical characteristics, intervention description, include dose, duration of frequency, and route of administrations. Also, you have to also give the primary objective and secondary objective, and also the endpoints. Along with the protocol, applicants are also required to submit the investigator's brochure, funding source, ethics committee approval, test license import or manufacture of investigational product as per the good manufacturing practice norms. Next. If you want to make the application
Sorry
to,
to interrupt you, but we are just running a short
yeah,
time.
just I'm just finishing. I'm
Yes.
just finishing the yes. If you want to import, you have to make the application in Form CT 16. Next. These are the fees requirement for application, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trials. No fee for the clinical trials as for orphan drugs, and no and half fee for micro, small, medium enterprises. Next, there is a subject expert committee. Next, there are 25 panels of the experts who help the DCGI for regulatory process and approvals. Next, so vaccines also there is a subject expert committee. Next, recently the DCGI issued the draft regulatory guidelines for COVID-19 vaccines 2020. Next, this is the draft regulatory guidelines. Next, so you have to give the information like this: background chemistry, manufacturing, potency, stability, non-clinical development. Next, all the characterization of immune response animal models, COVID vaccines, study designs, animal specifics. All these are available at the DCGI's website. Next. Thank you. So this is the brief about the regulatory procedure for biopharmaceutical and vaccines. Thank you very much.